Hi, everybody. It is 10:30, so we are going to go ahead and get started. Um, I am Rebecca Locketts, a qualified solutions provider with Intuit, and I wanted to talk with you today about the mobile application Intuit Field Service Management. So today we are going to practice creating a work order and then creating a new customer directly from the app Intuit Field Service Management. So there is a share icon in the right-hand corner of your iPad, and I'm using an iPad today, and you can of course use an iPhone or an Android tablet. Today I am using an iPad. So go ahead and touch on the square with the arrow through it in the right-hand corner, the share icon, and go ahead and say create new work order. So I've got a customer search here. If I don't know if the customer has done business with us before, it is best to check and make sure that cursor is right up against that last letter and go ahead and hit search and you'll be able to find the customer there. Okay, I'm going to select the customer and I am then going to select from the categories list a repair to do. So I'm going to say there's no heat, and I'm going to make a note here about what the customer had told me and any kind of instructions that I want to give to the technician. Customer told me that they've had no heat for 3 days period. They had mentioned that they've had this problem in the past and they are thinking of buying a new furnace period. Please make sure to quote them on a new furnace so we can install one for them in the future period. Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead and hit continue. And before I hit save, I am just going to schedule this appointment by clicking on this appointment area, and I'm going to change it to be scheduled, and I'm going to make that appointment time for December 10th. So we'll make it for today at 11 o'clock, or you could make it another day in the future by just adjusting this down here, and I'm going to say save. Now, if you want to actually assign it to another tech in the field, not yourself, you could by going to primary tech and going ahead and editing that assignment. So you would have to have a manager role in the system for that. So I'm going to go ahead and hit save. And now you can see I've got an alert here with that work order. So now it's in my waiting for pickup queue. So if you wanted to come back out, I'll show you. There it is. I've got a 1. And I'm going to click on it and open it up, and I'm going to get started. So I'm going to go ahead and say pick up and start. And back on the dispatch screen in the office, they'll be able to see that you started your work. That will turn green to let them know that the work has been started. You can go ahead and look through this work order together with me. If you want directions, if you didn't have directions, you could go ahead and click on your and if turn on location services to allow maps to determine your location. So let's do that. All right, so let's just do that at a different point. Sorry, let me just get back to the, yep, okay, here we are. Okay, so yep, go ahead and get directions if you need it, and you can go ahead and click on the phone number and call the customer if you need to. So let's go ahead and complete the job. Customer, so if you make a mistake, you can just go backspace. I was on site for 2 hours and I needed a coil. I fixed the unit period, and I did leave them with a quote for installing a new furnace period. I'm going to hit continue, and I'm going to mark that I did work on their furnace. Okay, now I've been completed. So now I'm ready to go ahead and take a payment. So I went to the invoice total area, and now I'm going to add a line item. So I'm going to add my labor. And you can put your labor rate in if you would like, or you can absolutely have it in there listed. And now I'm going to find my parts that I used. Okay, now I'm going to get a payment. And I'm going to email that off to the customer. Okay. Now, and if you did want to get a signature, you could go ahead and get a signature on that invoice as well, and send off a copy to the customer. Now that that's done, let's go back, and that is going to move down to my completed today here. And this will stay here for 48 hours and then clear off. But in the meantime, you can edit that work order. You can come back here and continue to make notes. Now, if you do have a new customer that you haven't done business with yet, let's go ahead and review that. So I'm going to say create new work order. And this time I'm going to hit the share icon again. And I'm going to say create new customer. Okay, it's Daniel Smith. I'm going to put his phone number in here. Excuse me. You do have to fill in all of this, but as you can see, it doesn't take long. Okay, and then it does take you right into creating that work order, and it is that easy. Customer called in because they need a coil replaced. Okay, and then I'm gonna go ahead and save it, and there you go. So if you are, on the dispatching side of Intuit Field Service Management, and you want the ability to create work orders, for your technicians in the field, what you can do is you can just request that your administrator makes you a mobile user, and then you can go ahead and log in with your same username and password to the app, and then you can dispatch work orders from home, right from the application, or like you saw, you can actually go right onto the website directly through and this is how it would look if you were a technician. But if you do want to be logged in as a manager, you would be able to see all of these tabs directly from your iPad. So yeah, working from the tablet as a dispatcher is fantastic for mobility. There's nothing you can't do. Well, thank you so much for your time, everybody. I appreciate it. Please tune in every Wednesday for an instructional video on Intuit Field Service Management. If you are interested in learning more, adding more users to your current account, please contact me directly. I'd love to work with you. 651-927 8850. And you can also find my information in the description of this video, which will be posted on YouTube shortly after this recording is finished. Thank you so much and have a fantastic week.